So we're going to do problem number 21. These are some of these word problems. So it says, fan response to singers. Julie Davis, a pop culture analyst, wants to evaluate the relative appeal of different singers. She interviewed 65 bands and determined the following. So let's use J to represent Jasmine. And we're going to use C. I don't even know who Jasmine Sullivan is. Anyway, Carrie Underwood. I do know her. And we're going to use B to be Brad Paisley. I also know him. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at these and put some numbers next to them in terms of the numbers in the set. So it says that 37 like Jasmine Sullivan. So we'll say the cardinal number of J is equal to 37. And the cardinal number of Carrie is 36. And the cardinal number of Brad Paisley is 31. And the intersection of Jasmine, who like Jasmine and Carrie, so it's J intersected with C, is 14. Then we have J intersected with B, is 21. And the number that have C intersecting with Brad is 14. And the ones that like all of them where we have the number where you have J intersect with C intersect with B is equal to 8. Okay, so the question is, how many of these fans like exactly 2 of these singers, exactly 1 of these singers, and none of these singers? Okay, so what's happening here? Let's put a new page on. We're going to do this as a Venn diagram analysis, and we have three people. So we'll do a circle like that. So there we are, and we're going to call this J Jasmine. This is going to be C Carrie, B Brad. So the one that's they like all of them is 8 in the middle. So that's a common one. Then we have Jasmine and Carrie. They like 14. So these two are going to be 14. So this one has to be 6. Jasmine and Brad, the total has to be 21. So we have 8 already, so we subtract 8 from 21, and we get 13. And then we have Carrie and Brad. 14 is total. We have 8 here, so it's going to be another 6 right there. And then we can find these other ones here as well if we wanted to. Jasmine has 37. So you take 37 minus 6 minus 8 minus 13. So let's do that. 37 minus 6 minus 8 minus 13. That means they're 10 right here. Let's see. 36 for Carrie, so we take 36, subtract these 3, so we have minus 6 minus 8 minus 6. We get 16 here. They don't only like Carrie, they don't like anybody else. And then we have the third one, which is B, and we have 31, so we take 31 and subtract these 3 off. So we have 31 minus 13 minus 8 minus 6, and we get 4. So now we can answer the questions that we have. So question number A. How many of these fans like exactly 2 singers? Well, these like 3 singers. These only like 2 singers. So if we add these 3 together, 13 plus 6 plus 6 is, those are the cases of exactly 2 singers. And that would be 25. Okay, B. Exactly one of these singers. Well, these are the ones that only like 1 singer. So you add these 3 numbers. 10, 16, which is 26, plus 4, which is 30. Oh, wait. Okay, what am I doing here? They're saying 20. So did I make a mistake here? Let's double check my numbers. So 10 plus 23, 33, 37. 16, 22, 30, 36. Then we have 31, so we have 13, 21, 27, 31. So they're saying 20, and I'm thinking it should be 30. Okay, I can't convince myself that I'm wrong, so let's go on and I'm going to come back to these. Oh, wait a second. There's something here. Oh, we had 65 fans. I forgot about that. 65 fans total, so we have to find how many are outside the box. I don't like anybody. What we'll do is we'll take, just add all these numbers up together, and that'll give us, so we take 10 plus 6 plus 8 plus 13 plus 16 plus 6 plus 4, 10, 6, 8, 13, 16, 6, and 4. We add those together, we get 63. And how many do we have? 65. Okay, I'm pausing for a second because I've got something wrong here and I'm not seeing it. I have to think of. Okay, so I found out there's 2 here because if you add all these numbers together and you get 63 and we have 65 fans, so 2 must not like any of them. It turns out the book has the wrong answer. Or at least my book has the wrong answer because I looked at the solution manual and they actually have different numbers. So the answer for part B was 30, and part C was 2 because that's everything that's outside. That's all. These 2 don't like anybody, or at least anybody that's on this list. Okay, D is Jasmine, but neither Carrie nor Brad. So that would be this 10 because these like Jasmine and Carrie, these like all 3, these like Jasmine and Brad, so it's just this little sliver here. So the answer should be 10. And then Brad and exactly 1 of the other 2. So this is Brad and 1 of the other 2. So it seemed like this, let's think about that. Brad, let's read this again. Brad and exactly 1 of the other 2. So it would be this plus that, because then that would be also the other 2. So it should be 4 plus 6 is 10 plus 13 is 23. Oh, no, just these 2. It's 13 plus 6. This one doesn't like anybody else, so it's just 13 plus 6, which is 19. So let's just review what we did here. Exactly 2 of these singers. These people don't like anybody. These just like Carrie. These just like Jasmine. These just like Brad. These like Jasmine and Brad. Carrie and Brad. Jasmine and Carrie. So these 3 are the ones that like exactly 2. We add those 3 together and get 25. Be exactly 1 of these singers. Well, these are the ones that like exactly 1 of the singers. So you add those 3 together and get 30. Not of these singers. Well, 2 is what's outside. Jasmine, but neither Carrie nor Brad. Jasmine, neither Carrie nor Brad. So these 3 involve Carrie and Brad. So it would be 10. And then the last one, Brad and exactly one of the other two. So this is just Brad by itself, by themselves. This is Brad and Jasmine, Brad and Carrie. This is Brad, Jasmine, and Carrie. So it would be the sum of these two, which is 19. Okay, just trying to remember where it was. I got kind of confused here. So let's, it was 21, so let's look at 24. So 24, 2 non-mainline religious beliefs. 140 U.S. adults were surveyed. Let A be the set of respondents who believe in astrology, R be the set of respondents who believe in reincarnation, and Y the set of respondents who believe in the spirituality of yoga. The survey revealed the following information. Okay, so let's draw the Venn diagram and then we'll see if we can populate it. And so here we go. I'm just going to copy. Just select that, clone it, and bring it over here. Okay, there we go. And we're going to have A, R, and Y. Okay, so let's start here. Let's write these down. Number in A is 35. The number in R is 36. The number in Y equals 32. The number in R intersect Y is 8. The number of A intersect Y is equal to 10. The number A intersect R intersect Y is equal to 6. And the number of A intersect R is 19. Okay, this one seems like it's not going to be that hard. We start at the center, 6. So I got that one done. A intersect Y. So here's A, here's Y, this is the intersection. That's 10, so these two have to add a B to be 10, so this has got to be 4. We have A intersect B, or what is it, not A intersect B, A intersect R. So A intersect R, here's A, here's R, here's the intersection. That's got to be 19, so since we already have 6 here, that will leave 13 left over. Then we have R intersect Y. That's this little long thing, and it's 8. So if this is 6, then that leaves 2 left over there. The number in Y is 32, so these 4 things have to add up to be 32. So if we take 32 minus 4 is 28, minus 6 is 22, minus 2 is 2. That means there's 20 right there. I'm just going to make sure I'm doing this right. $15, 6, 2. Okay, apparently I did something wrong there, so let me hold on. Just checking everything because I don't see where I made a mistake, but there's one number that I don't necessarily agree with. Oh, I'm looking at the right problem, I think. Okay, I'm going to pause. I think I got a mistake here too. So. Okay, I have decided the book is wrong again. So I'm going to just continue on. Anyway, so we finished this one. And A contains 35, so all these have to add up to 35. So we take 35 and we subtract these three numbers. So if we take 35 minus 13 minus 6 minus 4, we get 12, which they had correct. And then in R we have 36, so we take 36 minus 13 minus 6 minus 2 is 15, which is also what they got correct. So we do the same thing here. Y has 32 in it. That's where they messed up. So we take 32, we subtract off these three. So we subtract 4, subtract 6, subtract 2. Something happened there. 32 minus 4 minus 6 minus 2. 20. And then to find what we have left here, the people who don't believe any of these things, is we add all these numbers together and we subtract them from 140 because that was the total number of adults. So we subtract these four, so it's 12, 13, 6, and 4, 2, and 15, and 20. If I do that, I get 140 minus 12 minus 13 minus 6 minus 4 minus 2 minus 15 minus 20. And I get 68, which is what they have in the book. So they have this one wrong. Okay, now that we have everything figured out, we can answer the questions. So question A is, how many of the respondents believe in astrology but not in reincarnation? So here's astrology, and here's reincarnation. So it's going to be this area right here. So we go around here, and then we don't do the ones. So it's going to be 12 plus 4, which is 16. D is at least one of these three things. At least one. Well, that's pretty much everybody. These have three things, but that's still at least one. So it's going to be 140 minus 68. Or you can just add the stuff all together, which we had to do just a second ago to get 68. So I get 72. So we took everybody. That was 140. 68 didn't believe anything, so everybody else at least believed in one thing. C, reincarnation, but neither of the others. So here's reincarnation, and these are all believing something else, so it's just going to be 15. D is exactly two of these three things. So just like before, this is two is this one, 2 is that one, 2 is that one. This is 3. So if we add these three, we'll have exactly 2 of these things. 13 plus 4 is 17 plus 2 is 19. And then finally, E is none of the three, and that's 68. Okay. It's kind of annoying when the book has the wrong answer, especially two of them in a row. So let's just look at the scan if you want it. If you're okay with it, you can go on. You can close it because we are finished with that. So what we did was we started with the one that had the most intersections. A intersect with R intersect with Y, which is this innermost piece, and that had 6. Then what we did is we had A intersect R. A intersect R, and we knew that was 19, so this was 6 already, so that meant 13 had to go in there, so the total was 19. A intersect Y was 10, so this little sliver here is 10. We already knew that 6 is taken up by this one. That 10 minus 6 is 4. And then we had 8 for the intersection of R and Y. So this little sliver here is R intersect Y. It's this little one right here. We already had 6 in the middle, so we have 2 left over. So we have those 3 things. Then what we could do is, because we had all this stuff and A was 32, we could take 32 and subtract this, this, and this, and we got 12. 35, sorry, 35. So you take 35 minus these 3 things, you get 12. R was 36, so we took 36 and subtracted these 3 things, which left 15. And then Y was 32, so we had 32 minus these 3 things gets 20. If we add up all of these and subtract it from 140, which is the total number of respondents, 68. So we had 68 that were outside of everybody. And that's it. So then to answer the questions, astrology, but not reincarnation, these 2, because these both believe in reincarnation because you have this intersection. So we get 16. At least one of these 3 things. So at least one is pretty much everybody in here believes at least one of these things. So we take 140 minus 68. Because we know everything outside is 68. We know the total is 140, so you subtract those 2, you get 72. Reincarnation, but neither of the other. So here's reincarnation, and these all believe in something else, so you just take 15. Exactly 2 of these 3 things. That's these 3 in this corner. This believes in 3, these only believe in 1 thing, so these both believe in 2, only exactly 2. If you said at least 2 things, then you'd add all these 4 things up together. And none of the 3 is 68.